Hi everyone, welcome to the Principles of Big Data Management project phase 1 which is for Spring 2018. We are the team members Samhita, Sandeep and Yuvesh. So the main aim of this project is to collect the tweets using the Twitter APIs, and then you perform analysis by developing queries in Spark and to develop interesting visualizations. So the first part begins with creating the Twitter application. So what we need to do is to first sign up with the Twitter account, and then we create a Twitter application and generate the 4 keys, which are called the consumer key, consumer secret key, access token and access token secret. And these are the ones which we'll be using in our code to collect the tweets. So we need to go to the dev.twitter.com, and you have to select the my applications, and then once you click on the create a new application, the following screen appears. We have named our application as some T collector. T stands for tweets, and then once you open that application, we will be getting the URL and the other options. So we just need to enter that and then create the application. So once you click on the keys and access tokens here, which you can see, so these are the 4 tokens which are generated. So access token, access token secret, consumer key and consumer secret. So these are the ones which we will be using in collecting the tweets. So this we have used Python in order to collect the tweets. So this is the sample code where we can get the tweets. So I'll be running through this tweet code. So this is our code for collection of tweets. So basically what we need to do initially is that we have to replace the access token and access token secrets, consumer key and the consumer secret with the one which we just generated in the previous step, and then place them here. So and here we need to give the location of the file where we want to store the data. So this is the one which we have given in order to store the data. So we have basically collected the tweets on Syria war. So we have used the following keywords like the dead, dying, dead, pain, so on, and Syria tragedy, pray for Syria, and all the other popular hashtags. So let's see how the tweets are collected. So you just need to go to the terminal, and you will just go to the location where the file is present, and then this I also needs something called as Tweepy API. So yeah, I'll mention about it. So yeah, this is a streaming API which we need to install along with Python in your system. So this is the one which actually connects to the Twitter, and then which helps us in getting the tweets. So we have to install Tweepy API on top of the Python. So only this program runs only when the Tweepy API is present. So how to run this program is to just go to the terminal and then type in the command Python and your file name. Our file name is readdata.py, and then execute the command. So we can see here that the tweets are flowing in. So these are the ones how to collect the tweets. So yeah, I'll just stop this. So this is how we collect the tweets from Twitter, and yeah, this is gonna store in the location which we just gave here. Like it is gonna store in UH desktop PB, and the JSON file is here. So now this is the one which is fed as an input to the next step, wherein we are trying to extract the hashtags and URLs from the collected tweets. So this is the code for that. Here we need to mention the input file and the output file path. So this is our input file path, like the home you wish, all the stuff, and this f out is the following output file path. So it's the same way how we ran the previous program. So all that we need to do is again the same way, just type in the Python and the file name space. So our name is tweets convert travel. So this is how the hashtags are generated, and these are stored in this file called extracted output.txt, which is on the desktop. So I'll just show you that. So let us look at each of the queries in detail. So this is the query 1, where we try to find out the location from which where there are many tweets about Syria war. So the query goes like this: select user.location, user.followers count from the Syria data table. This is the data table which we have created where with our input. So the output would be in this file called output1. So from our visualization, we found out that the United States has the maximum tweet count about the Syria war. So let me show this in Tableau. So here is the graph which we have generated using Tableau. It says that, as you can see, like again the same thing, it's the United States which has the maximum tweet count. So that was about the first query. Second query, we found the user who has the maximum number of followers about tweet Syria war. So here is the user which we have got in the visualization, that is the Trad American Angela. So if you want to see it in Tableau, so it looks something like this. This is the graph where we have the users on the left and the followers count on the right. So this is the user with the maximum number of followers. So let's go to the query 3. In this query, we try to find out the source and location from which there were more number of tweets. Like we collected the source and the country. So this is the visualization which we have got here. So from this visualization, we can see that the source was mostly for Twitter for Android, and the most number of tweets for this source were from India. So if you want to look at the same in Tableau, it looks something like this. Here we drag the files from new or open, like you select the folder which we want, the input files folder, and then we just drag and drop the columns which are needed for us to generate the graph. So that is how we generate in Tableau. That was about query 3. So the next query is about query 4. In this query, we tried to find out the number of tweets which were generated in September. So it was just by month when we tried to find out. So we have found that there were a total of 16,383 tweets about Syria war in the month of September. This is the same visualization from Tableau. The next query is about, we find the location in which the users have the maximum followers about Syria war. So what we found out was that the maximum users were from New York City, and they had the maximum followers count. So this is the simple visualization which we can see. This is some of the interesting visualization wherein we have the charts and the circles. So let's look at query 6. In this query, we try to find out the location in which the users have the maximum favorites count about Syria war. So here is the interesting visualization which we have developed. So if you want to look at it in Tableau, so the maximum favorite count was a very big number, and it was from erstwhile of Leiden, and while W was the location. So that was about query 6. Let's look at the query 7. In this query, we try to find out the maximum number of favorites about the users who know about the Doctors Without Borders, about the Syria war. This Doctors Without Borders is a very popular hashtag which is used for the people to locate the doctors and to come out for their rescue in case of any emergencies. So this is the interesting visualization which we have developed. If you want to look at it in Tableau, so Indian Express was the user which spread the maximum awareness about the Doctors Without Borders in Twitter. So this was one of the visualization for that. Now let us look at query 8. So in this query, we tried to find out the number of people who are talking about Trump in case of the Syria war. So we basically tried to locate whoever tweeted about Trump. So these were the followers and this is the username. So the username with impeach Trump was the famous one among them, who has tweeted a lot about Trump, and the follower count of that user is 56,414. So here is the visualization for the same. So yeah, this is the followers and the username, and this is the visualization for that. And next is the query, wherein we try to find out how the favorites count increase with the location. So here is some of the interesting visualization which has increased based on the location. So as we go down the graph, so the count increases, that is clearly mentioned in this visualization. And the next is the 10th query, wherein we try to find out the number of tweets which and analyze them on a monthly basis. Like we have gathered information on a monthly basis about the tweets, and we found out the March was the month in which there were maximum number of tweets about the Syria war. If you want to locate the same in the tableau, so here is the graph which I have developed. As you can see, March was the month wherein there were large number of tweets about Syria war. So yes, this was a short video about our Principles of Big Data Management project. Thank you for watching this video.